Right, we are streaming. We are live. This is absolutely my weirdest stream idea ever. We're going to be doing some trucking today. We're live, right? Yeah. Let me check. I can't quite believe I'm doing this, but I had this idea yesterday. And this idea was that, like, coding streams, I just sort of, I watch some of them, but I can't really get on board with them. Like, watching coding is inherently kind of like a boring process unless the person is like teaching you something, unless they're demoing something really, really cool. Like, just watching someone build something is kind of dull. And it's not dull because the activity itself is dull, but it's dull because, like, the person can't interact with you. It's so hard when I'm like coding and building something on stream to actually be chatting with people. But what's not hard to chat with people is when you're driving. When we're just like chilling out in the cab of a truck, it's so easy just to chat, relax, and just talk about TypeScript, talk about coding, talk about whatever we want to talk about. So this is definitely my weirdest stream idea ever. We're going to play some Euro Truck Simulator. What's up, chicken? First chatter. Fantastic. And this is it, man. We're just going to talk. This is the truck that we're in. It's really horrendously lit there, but we're basically driving to Helsingborg at the moment from Dover, delivering some luxury SUVs. You love the idea? Sweet. I mean, this is it. We're just going to chill. This is like carpool karaoke, basically, but trucking around some SUVs. Yeah, you're into it? Nice. Why Euro Truck Sim? Instead of American Truck Sim, it's the one I have. What's up, Hyper? How we doing? So yeah, this stream is going to be all about you guys. We're just going to chat. I'm going to drive some truck, and we're going to work out what we want to do. So I need to share this in a few places first, though. So give me your questions. Let's do some prep. Something you never thought you'd see. Yeah, damn right. I love this game, you know. I just love this game. So I've got about 50 hours in it at the minute. I want to get more. Yeah, I play tons of stuff, man. I mean, I've been into video games since I was very, very young. And I've got a lot of games, well, a lot of minutes or a lot of hours in a lot of different games. Hang on. Let me chill for a second while I post this. My weirdest stream idea ever. I'm trucking around Europe and talking about code. Come join me. I'm doing this on my other laptop, so you probably can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to post this in Discord as well. Where else? I guess I'll post it on LinkedIn too. Let's do that. And okay. Right, so we're ready to go. Secret Lab chair. Yeah, I like it. It's real good. I shouldn't drive and look at the computer phone screen at the same time. I mean, here it's kind of legal, right? You know? Like, that's kind of what I like about this game, is that I can actually just drive and just do super illegal things. I don't have to worry that much. I still worry a little bit because I might lose money on my whatever. Yeah, the Secret Lab chair. Oh, man. All right, let's drive. Wait, where the hell are we? Oh, yeah, that's right. I just got some petrol. You're going to have to tell me how the audio is. This is the first time I'm like doing this stream. And let me just get to a safe little area and I can show you the setup that we got. So I'm inside a Renault something something. I really don't know that much about trucks. Got my little Rocket League ball on the top. I really need to like truck this or kit this truck out in like proper gear now that it's like a TypeScript truck, you know. Audio's good. Nice. And this is what we look like. We got some SUVs. You might be able to see the shadow of me inside. I've got my little Pojug label. Pojug is my friend Ben from a previous job. He put my surname into a I think a Japanese translator or something, and no, Polish translator, and it came out with Pojug. So that's my trucking name. And let's get going. We're heading to Helsingborg, I think. Let's check on the map. We've been delivering from Dover, and we're heading to Sweden, actually. So we're going through Copenhagen, crossing the bridge, going to Malmo, and heading to Helsingborg. We've got 6 hours of in-game driving to do. Let's rock and roll. So, let's chat, folks. What do you want to talk about? For those who don't know me, I'm like a TypeScript dude, I guess. But I've been into coding for years and years at this point. And yeah, come pick my brains, guys. Let's see. Oh my god. Definitely hit the curb there. Jesus. I freaking hate merging in these big trucks, you know. No fun at all. You missed 5 minutes already? Don't worry, Colin, it's just getting good. I just hit the highway. Yeah, that's what you get for working. That's what I get for streaming at super weird times. This is Euro Truck Simulator 2. What framework do you prefer when it comes to good and strict types? Most frameworks these days, like, I guess like front-end framework is what you're talking about. You know, most front-end frameworks are going to give you a great experience with TypeScript. Like, I can't really think of one that doesn't. There are tons of frameworks like Next and Nux that do like typed routes and stuff. Don't know if Remix does. Remix is probably the framework that I'm most excited by at the minute. Just because of kind of nerdy reasons, it handles ESM really well, and it just seems really, really smart. We're going to Helsingborg. We're going to Sweden. So yeah, like front-end frameworks, you're going to have a good experience. Really, whatever you choose, there's so many good options, as long as it's, you know, updated and blah, 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 blah. Similar structure to Epic Web by Kent Dodds. Yeah, so Total TypeScript and Epic Web are basically, so you know Egghead, right? You heard of Egghead? Egghead is a company that's kind of like the Netflix of coding. They do a lot of coding videos, a lot of tutorials, and the guy behind that is a guy called Joel Hooks. And I work with Joel, and Kent works with Joel. And so Joel has this company called Badass Courses. If someone like looks it up, you'll find it online. It's just the most gorgeous freaking landing page you've ever seen. Badass Courses. I think it's badass.dev. Someone posted it in there, and it's just the best. Oh my god. And these guys, yeah, there's actually a shared code base that Total TypeScript and Epic Web both live in. So yeah, they're super connected. Back in the day, I used to listen to Buka Shada album on repeat. Helped you focus. What's your go-to for music? Ooh, great question. Go-to for music, I'm really loving Japanese house at the moment. Is it Japanese house or the Japanese house? I'm not actually sure. Japanese house is just so good. Whoa, Jesus, drifted lanes. It's so good. It's, I guess, like, I really like sad women singing about stuff. Is kind of like my genre. That's my bag. So like Lizzie McAlpine, Japanese house, that's kind of the phase that I'm in at the minute. What am I most excited about? Web development? Ooh. What am I excited about? I'm excited that ESM and CJS is finally getting fixed. That's what I'm excited about. Like, in Node, like 22 or something, whatever we're on now, they added this fix where you could basically require ESM code. So you could, should I pull over? Yeah, move lanes. They added this fix where you could require, Jesus. Ah! Jesus. Oh my god. Woof! That was terrifying. Yeah, basically where you could require ESM code. And this basically fixes the entire ecosystem, right? Fixes the entire ecosystem, because before you could import stuff that used CommonJS, but you couldn't require stuff that didn't use CommonJS. But now that they've got this basically fixed, thanks to Joy Chiang and thanks to pressure from Bun, then the ecosystem's just in a really, really good place, I think. That was close, wasn't it? Don't confiscate my license, come on. I've got to get these SUVs to Helsingborg. That was close, jeez. Sad women. Oh god. No, you're fine, you're fine. Is that a police car? No. So you can get like fined in this game, which I don't love. Don't love that idea. You can see how much money I've got in like the bottom left. I've got like 90 grand. You can buy garages and stock them with drivers and get them to make more money, take out bank loans. Oh, love it. Always reply to music with Enya, because no one can hate Enya. Do I actually... I'm not sure if I could name an Enya song. Is that weird? Is she the one that did like... Ah-ha? Is that her song? I don't know. Sorry for your ears, by the way. What am I most excited by in web dev? That's like a really lame answer, just to answer like CGS and ESM. But I guess that is it. Pitch Perfect. Only Time? That was Michael Jackson. No, Michael Jackson is hee hee. Ah, Michael Jackson. It's. I mean, I don't know whether I can like Michael Jackson now, because I watched the documentary about him and I was pretty convinced, you know. Pretty convinced. Yeah, ESM CGS, pretty decent one. What else am I excited by? I don't know if I'm excited by like all the React changes. I've been following React insanely closely for 5 years, like closely as in like looking at like following Dan Abramov and like diving into every sort of Twitter thread that he's in with like Andrew, really diving into the React team stuff. I don't know if I'm excited by like... And it's funny because I was actually at Vercel when they announced the app directory stuff. Like, I was in the room when Guillermo went on stage, announced all the Next.js stuff. How crazy is that? I was there. At like a moment in history, I would say. I was working at Vercel at the time as a DevRel. And yeah, I think there was a big change in sentiment to the... Ooh, Odense. Lovely. Towards Vercel then. And I think a lot of that is unfair, actually. What are you chatting about? Never knew you do gaming streams. Yeah, this is my first one. It's my first one. It's still a coding stream, I guess. We're just like hanging out in a truck talking about coding. Oh, it's like 8 PM now. I need to find a rest stop. Is that a rest stop? Yeah, there's one up there. Alright, we're good. Right. We're teetering at like 63 concurrent viewers, which I have to say is like pretty decent. By change in sentiment, like, I think people, at least on Twitter, people seem to really dislike Vercel now. You know? That's been led by people like Dax and... I guess Dax. I mean, it feels like every other week or something there's someone on Twitter saying Vercel just gave me this massive bill, you know. And that's always been a problem with serverless anyway, right? Like, before it was Vercel, people were complaining about their AWS bills just coming out of nowhere. And this is people that just, I would say, just haven't set up their billing properly. And maybe have some inefficiencies in their platform that mean they get extra bills. I don't necessarily think a lot of that is Vercel's fault. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my god. Yeah, right, we're crossing over from... Oh no, we're not. No, we're not. No, this is just like a random bridge in Denmark. Wow! God, it's so dark and horrible, though. We need to cross this in daylight. Vendor locking and web domination, that all just feels like... You remember when Microsoft took over GitHub, and everyone was like, this is the end of everything. It feels like the same odd fears coming around again. Twitter's just too toxic. Same for Cloudflare and AWS. Yeah, exactly. I mean, everyone gets this stuff. Like, if you have any kind of like usage-based billing model, you are going to walk into some of that stuff if you don't bill users predictably. But it seems like in most of those Vercel cases, they have been pretty like, oh, look at that. I love just looking out at the sea. Is that weird? I love that stuff. It's so cool bridge. It seems like in most of those cases, people are just like, you know, stumbling into it, and like Vercel is pretty active at telling these people, you know, you're going to get a big bill if you keep on doing what you're doing. Dax is not the worst offender. Criticism is, I don't know Cheyenne, I don't think. Serverless hostile. Yeah, I like Dax. Dax is fun. I was on their podcast recently, and I had a really, really good time. And I had quite a different impression of him before from what I have now, which you know, he's just a really nice dude. That's the impression I get. AWS sure, Cloudflare rarely. I did see a Cloudflare one recently. I think, maybe not. Ah! Over the speed limit. Where the hell am I? Oh, speeding offence. Go away! Which lane do I need to be in? Here. Okay. There is a rest stop here, but I think I can carry on for a little longer. There we go. Pay a toll. Talking about podcasts. You bought your mum a summer jacket on Amazon, now you're always getting ads for ladies' jackets. Just embrace it, man. Oh, maybe I should have gone for a rest there. Just embrace it. Deja vu, what's I have to be really careful with my time. I know it doesn't look like I have to be careful with my time, but I'm just sort of like, because I'm driving a truck right now, but I have a kind of quite a small baby, and I have to, I mean, yeah, okay. I'm intrigued by a podcast though. I could come on a podcast. I do like appearing on podcasts, they are fun. It was something I never thought I would do when I was just a developer, you know, but now I just like, ooh. My sat-nav is saying we can get there like at 11. Can probably do that, you know. Yeah, go on, Deja Vu, like ping me the details on Twitter or something and we can talk about it. Doesn't have to be tomorrow, maybe the next months. Yeah, I mean, like... By the way, folks, I'm kind of doing this because I've got a sale on Total TypeScript. It's like 20% off for the next... Oh, turn my things off. 20% off for the next 2 days. Google Maps or Waze. I've never used Waze. Everyone is like super excited about Waze, I think, for some reason. But I've never used it, so I'm a Google Maps boy. God, it's dark now, huh? Yeah, podcasts are fun. Oh, who's this dude? Right, so we're not doing bad this trip. Ah, here we go. Rest stop. Rest stop. Ah! This way, I think. There we go. Was it a Tesla? That would make me laugh if it was a Tesla. Can I rest here? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Nice, and we're resting. Tesla behaving badly. Oh, okay. It's now 6 a.m. And will you go to hell for not using TypeScript in a small project? I think so. I mean, maybe a small hell, like one of the lower circles. Or the upper circles, I guess. Is it? I mean, I just use TypeScript for freaking everything. I've never felt bad for using it. Never, ever, ever have I regretted using TypeScript. Wish that I could go back to something else. It depends. No, I don't know about JSDog. I guess I would rather... God, why is it raining so much? Does it rain all the time in Copenhagen or something? Do I have anyone on from Copenhagen that can kind of like show me around? Charge with battery. Oh, that's my horn. I didn't know I had a horn. Well, that's fun. Thoughts on ESLint and it impeding flow state by calling you out for every little thing? Well, if you feel ESLint is getting in your way, then there's probably something up with your rules configuration. Like, if it's yelling at you for unused imports, which might be tree shrinking away anyway, you know, just by your bundler, then you probably need to... Whoa. Jeez. Okay, that was a bit freaky. You probably need to take a look, you know. If it's taking a long time to update as well, you know, like you make a keystroke and ESLint is taking a while, then there might be something to look at there. But I tend to prefer fewer rules, you know, when I'm coding. Obviously, that's kind of weird though, because I just love TypeScript, you know. I'm a TypeScript fanboy. Oh man, look at this. Crossing over the bridge between Denmark and Sweden on a rainy Friday morning, 6:30. Damn. Yeah, that was a bit freaky, wasn't it? I almost crashed into the side of the tunnel. Orison Bridge. Huh. Three or 4 minutes to... What? 3 or 4 minutes for ESLint to kick in? It's single file transpilation though, isn't it? Like, it runs file by file. So, do you have some, like, massive files or something? I mean, I think more rules the better, basically. More rules the better. But if your rules are not serving you, then that is bad. The nice thing about TypeScript, I think, is that in terms of strictness, you need, like, relatively little configuration in order to get going. God, it's dark. Really dark. Jeez, man. What is wrong with my set? I mean, I've got some, like, quite bright lights on. Is Copenhagen just, like, super dark? Or Denmark super dark? Type rule equals any... Oh, what freaking lane do I need to be in? Oh, this is horrendous. I imagine it's showing up, like, lighter for you guys, but it is bad for me. Okay, here we go. Whoop. Toll. Yeah, that is the cool thing about TypeScript, is that it is actually, in terms of the strictness level, if you have just strict true, it is actually not that configurable. And so most TypeScript projects are going to feel like other TypeScript What the hell? Did you freaking see that? He just turned into me. I'm at 4% damage. This is not normal. Ugh. Linting type checking all happens on save. That in total takes 3... Come on. No, Colin. You're not waiting 3 to 4 minutes every file change? Are you? Because that is just nuts. I mean, you're not. There's no way you're not. Your dev code is so messed up that the Vite import analysis takes 2.4 whole minutes just to... Oh god, what am I doing? Floating all over the place. I can't see my hand from my face. Yeah, OXC looks super good. The isolated declarations thing as well, I mean, that's going to help a lot of people, I think. That's new to TypeScript 5.5. Caching takes over lessons to about 30 seconds. I'm confused. I'm really confused, Robbie, because that does not seem good. That seems super bad. Something I've been thinking about a lot, like, last couple of days. You might have noticed on Twitter and stuff, like, I completed an ambition, actually, on Twitter, on X, which is a topic that I was discussing, made it onto that beta explore panel thing. Everyone was talking about, like, pre-commit versus CI, I guess, which is a weird dichotomy. Because if you don't have CI, you're screwed. And I made a tweet about it. Theo retweeted it, which helped. But it made its way onto the sidebar. I was on the freaking sidebar. How cool is that? Autofix CI. No, I don't. Yeah, working on refactoring it. Good. Good. Because that is terrifying. 36 minutes. Ooh, we're close. We're close. Ah, so we're in Sweden now. Heading to Helsingborg. Yeah, we're really close. Our SCVs are almost there. Try to create a WebSocket for chatting with Bun. What do you mean? Chatting with Bun? Bun's not something you chat with, is it? It's like... It's a runtime CLI thing. Autofix CI. What does it do? What does Autofix CI do? Ooh. Basically commit lint changes to fix issues if the dev forgot it. Brilliant, yeah. I mean, isn't that relatively simple to do, though? You just, like, get your CI, you run Prettier, let's say, or Biome, whatever you're using, and then you just create a commit that doesn't trigger the CI, and then run your CI on that code. I was thinking about that, like, how do you do faster? Oh, God. Jesus. Okay, like, look, I need to look at the road and look at your questions, which is hard. Let me just do this turning. Alright, we're finally off the freaking highway, actually. I mean, we've got some nice bridges. Jeez, this weather. Oh. So horrible. Ah! Slow down, slow down. Oh my God. Ah! Yeah, that's more or less what it does. Yeah. Alright. I was really hoping... It's actually like... I'm in my garden office, and it is blazing sun outside. It is beautiful. And I'm having to, like, squint at the screen. My screen's on max brightness. My brightness on the game is, like, way up. Alright, we're in Helsingborg. There we go. There we go. Okay. Playing a game, complaining about the weather. Oh, sugar. I know. Literally. It is brutal. I mean, I get to complain about the weather while I'm abroad, you know, like I'm in, what, Sweden right now, and it's raining, raining, raining. Alright, we're nearly there, we're nearly there. We're going to have to do some, I guess, some funky trailer parking when we get there. But we'll figure it out. God, this place looks like a hole. Helsingborg. Just so grim around here. Look at it. Ugh. Wouldn't want to live here. Do I drive a BMW? I've used the indicators. I've used them. There you go, there's one. Shut up. I've not used the indicators. Alright, alright. I'm not going to skip. Woo! Sorry. What? That's a weird little spot. Oh dear. That's not going to fly, is it? Okay, come on, come on. Focus now. This is the hard bit. It's what I play the game for. Okay, I need a plan here. How am I going to get this freaking trailer in? This is actually the bit where it feels more like a game and not like an activity. I might just like pull... This is such a weird place to put your spot though. I might just like pull that way. Is that going to work? Please drive to Holland and honk your horn. I don't think you'll be able to hear me. Okay, is that going to... No, wrong way. I'm not an expert at this, by the way. This is my weakest part of the game by far. But we are, I think, heading to a good spot here. Oh, jeez. That wall came out of nowhere. Oh, man, I'm squinting. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright. Bam. Is this gaming? I don't know if this is gaming. I guess I'm playing a video game, so I guess technically it's gaming. No, wrong way. Come on. Ah, jeez, man. Can I not just leave it here? Okay, there we go. Beautiful. I know, it'll never take off. But we're not talking about video games, you know? Like we are... Am I level 17 yet? Yes. Right. Your wife works for a camping and caravan company that do trailer courses. You want to do one? Austin Powers. Gee, thanks. Yeah, let's get the final ADL. There we go. Woof. How do you do fast type checking comparison at runtime with TypeScript? Normal type systems pretty easily. At runtime, I mean, TypeScript compiles down to JavaScript, so you got, if you want to do anything at runtime, you're sort of screwed, really. Right. I'm surprised my wife's not back yet, actually. I'm going to like have to duck out of this relatively fast when my wife comes back from a group that she's at. Actually driving and streaming? I mean, this would be an impressive camera setup, right? Runtime with TypeScript. Runtime with TypeScript is definitely a phrase. I mean, it's a phrase. I don't know if it's a thing in reality, though. All right, I need to sort out a thing that I noticed. Where is this? Interior camera, interior look forward. That one. Yep. Oh, I made a lot of money out of that. I made like 50 grand out of that. Runtime TypeScript closest would be archetype. You can use TypeScript at runtime if you use decorators. Nest.js does that. I mean, that's not TypeScript at runtime, right? That's like you've got some extra, you're using the experimental decorators feature, but you're not actually running TypeScript. You're not using the types at runtime. The types always get stripped out, you know? Like experimental decorators, I guess I see what you mean though. There's some like metadata, I guess. I didn't know that the types fed into the metadata. David, the guy who makes archetype, is like, he's insane. He's so good at TypeScript, has to be said. Right, we've got a... right, price per distance. Okay. We've got a new job to find. We could like do a fast travel to somewhere and figure something out. We could try and get a job in Helsingborg, but that's really low pounds per mile, so I'm not going to do that. Hamburg to Oslo. Seems pretty good, but I kind of want to just go somewhere totally different. Ooh, Vienna to Kaunas. Sure. Some pretty decent money, but quite a heavy cargo. Not sure my truck is ready for that. Fuel oil, diesel. All of this is like above 20 tons, not good. Tractors. Could do tractors. Jeez, that's a long one though. Woof! All the way to Turkey. Birmingham to Cologne, boring. Naples to Cagliari. Almeria to Sevilla. Pressure tank from, whoa, Glasgow to all the way over there. I've got all the DLC for this, so like my map is huge now. Just a whole ton of grapes. Can I filter out heavy? Probably. Only problem with Archetype is the docs are not ready yet. Yeah. That is a problem. That is, I would say, a massive problem. Yacht. Okay, a freaking yacht. Didn't know I could do yachts. Ooh! From Kiel to Bergen. That's pretty close, not too far to travel. Trip time is 18 hours, but that's with a thing in the middle. Go up to Norway. Yeah, Norway seems good. Want to Georgia? Don't know if I've got Georgia on here, actually. I've got like a teeny bit of Russia. I've got like St. Petersburg. I think there might be some DLC that I don't have or that was coming out. Like, I don't have this sort of all Baltic area. Once asked, good chance that when Bun is more mature, migrating will only get easier over time. Did I miss a bit of conversation? I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure migrating to Bun is pretty simple now. Fundamentally not just JavaScript. Experimental decorators. Right, I'm going to just do a little bit of admin here while I'm here. I might need to do some actual work in a minute. But this looks good. Let's take a yacht. I mean, it's a high value bit of cargo. Need to really make sure we don't crash. Expected on Saturday, so we've got 24 hours to do an 18-hour drive. It's in the it's morning now. We can make some real good headway with it. Sleep on the ferry. Yeah, let's do it. Fast travel to Kiel. Let's freaking go. Ask me about electric vehicles. Right. Fast travel to Kiel. There we go. Bam. All right.
Okay, let's find
How are we doing, friends? How are we doing? We are about to ship a luxury yacht to Norway, I think. Always makes you nostalgic for Elite Dangerous. Yeah. Wait, have I lost? Yeah, I've lost a key binding. Sorry. Is there a big trucking element to Elite Dangerous? Does seem fun. My brother was into that for a while. My brother's super into games as well. He loves EVE Online. Okay, no, I think we're good. TS Reset so much? Oh, thank you. Yeah, TS Reset, still good. Definitely the most popular thing I've ever published. Definitely. It's not even close. Excavator Simulator? Try saying that 5 times. I mean, easy for a voice coach, but less easy for others. Alrighty. Yeah, I mean, TS Reset has been really fun to watch it grow. I'd love to know if anyone can like dive into the NPM trends or something and figure out how much it's on now. I think it's on like 250,000 downloads a week or something, which is just nuts. There you go, Colin. I'm using the indicators. Alright. This truck is currently super not type safe. You can actually see it's just like black, you know? We need to kit it out in like TypeScript gear. We need to. That's absolutely, because I didn't realize I was going to use this truck for, you know, streaming TypeScript content. Like, My life is just sort of being eaten by TypeScript currently. Chatting about TypeScript while driving a truck. I thought people would like this. I'm getting the impression that people do quite like this. Thank you, Philippe. Yeah? Hello. I'm in Kiel. In Kiel right now. Massive TypeScript. Yeah, I need a mod or something. I need to create my own content for this. Huge TypeScript logo on the side. Massive thing of my face. Definitely. Truck script reset. Truck script. I'm not sure how I feel about this becoming like part of my public identity. You know what I mean? Part of my brand. I'm the guy who drives trucks and talks about TypeScript. I mean, I don't mind it. It's just pretty weird. Not what I imagined when I was a child, you know. Hello, the gamer Matt. So German. Yes. I need to work on my German accent, actually. I can do an impression of my wife's family friend who talks kind of like this, but that's all I can really do. Sounds pretty authentic. I mean, I was an accent coach, you know, for 6 solid years there. Well, no, I was a singing teacher for like 4 years, accent coach for maybe 2 years. The truck sim wizard. The chat is full of TypeScript even if you're just driving a truck. I just want to talk about my truck, man. That's it. Just want to talk about my freaking truck. I mean, I actually, like, trucks are dull, you know? Like, trucks are not, what am I even driving right now? Like a Renault or something? I do not care. May we know what you named your child? How's the baby? The baby is very, very well. Very happy. He is 6 months old, but I've decided to actually just not name him in public. Because, you know, he doesn't know. He doesn't know that there are random people on the internet who care what his name is. And not that, of course, I want to, you know, take anything away from you for asking. I think it's lovely that people are interested. But I want to make that his choice, you know? Because it's complicated. Name my baby Zod. I could name my baby Colin, after Colin from Zod. Who is a very, very nice guy, by the way. Very nice dude. Gotta respect the baby's privacy. Absolutely. Absolutely. It might slip out sometimes. All Collins are nice. All the Collins! I mean, a lot of Collins I know are so blinkered they don't even notice when an indicator is being turned on in a truck that they are watching. So, yeah. And that wasn't a junction, right? That was just, you know, this is free form. We're on an industrial estate right now. I do not need to be freaking... God, I'm getting so defensive. Yeah, my baby is called TypeScript. That's right. You need my monocle size as well, you know. It's not just my hat size. Yeah, it was Kiel to Bergen, that's right. Bergen. Oh, there's the yacht. There it is. I'm much better at this kind of reversing. Is there space? Yeah. There we go. So yeah, this is I mean, I'm driving a truck right now, but give me questions, folks. We're technically talking about TypeScript on this stream, even if most of what I'm saying is just describing a truck. Look at that. Look at that. Attach the trailer. Yacht ready to go. Right, we're locked in. Let's head to Bergen. Did I use XState for my new book? No. No. I didn't use XState for the book. I haven't taught XState in a while, actually, and I haven't even used it that much. I tried to use it once. Oh, hang on. Just need to check my texts. Okay, my wife's on the way home. Probably got another 15 minutes or so. So XState version 5 came out, and I have not used it. Like, I'm not familiar with it, which is very, very weird for me because you might know I used to be on the XState core team. I was XState version 5 has been coming out for like 3 years or something. Oh, it's actually quite nice and bright now. And I'm not very familiar with it. I tried using it actually recently, but did I end up using it? Yes, I did end up using it. Yeah, I used it for a bit of internal tech that I've been using to make some cool little videos, and it was great. XState is still very, very good. I still recommend it for all sorts of use cases. Yeah, stream is YouTube only. Haven't managed to set it up so I can like dual stream on Twitch and stuff. I'd actually, if anyone like has information on that, I'd love to know. Let's get a... Oh god, I nearly ran that car over. Look at this freaking yacht. Look at it. Wow. That is cool. That is cool. Any insight into upcoming features? What, like TypeScript or XState? A video on what tech you used for building a book would be nice. Markdown, man. Markdown. Yeah, there's a cool feature that's on my mind about TypeScript that might be coming in the next version. Currently there's an issue where if you try to assign a read-only array to a function that expects a mutable array, that's an error. And that should be an error, because if you were to mutate that array inside the function, then that would break the assumption that the array is read-only, right? So read-only stuff shouldn't be assignable. Ooh, gotta cut that corner a bit close. Should not be assignable to mutable stuff. But in TypeScript, you can do that with objects, you know. You can just assign a read-only object to something that expects a mutable object, and you're good to go. But there's going to be a setting in TypeScript where you can make it stricter on read-only. I think in general, because we've been used now for a while to like just as constant random objects and passing them around, I think fewer people are going to get a kick out of this than you might expect.
And then turn left.
But I think I'm going to like it. I think I'm going to teach it, and I think I'm going to recommend it.
Turn left.
Matt is actually transporting my yacht. Not wealthy enough to have it chauffeured. Yes, this is real life. I'm actually in Kiel right now. It is actually 8:30 a.m. on a Friday. Yeah, I know. What is this stream? Isn't it weird? Ever tried converting a union to a tuple? Don't do it. Don't convert a union to a tuple. I bet that has never been said on a Euro Truck Simulator stream before. But don't do it because, you know... Oh, I'm in the bus lane. A tuple is an ordered data structure, and a union is an unordered data structure. So they do not match. Do not match together. Boo. There we go. Indicator. Lovely. That was a nice turn. Feel satisfies is really useful. Oh god. Hey. Okay. Okay, that was not good, was it? Absolutely trample that poor guy.
Keep right. And then
Ooh. Oh dear. In game time, in game time.
exit.
Oh my gosh. You guys are chatting like crazy. This is really fun. I really like this. I really like this. What a weird world, you know? What a weird world. This is my job. This is me working right now. Very odd. Yeah, that card did not... I mean, somehow my yacht is fine, which is good. In the fiction of this, though, this is my yacht, I suppose, so I don't care that much about damages to it.
Right. And then
Oh, no,
turn
we're
right.
sticking on this. Really hate it. You still need to use
Turn
as when using tuples. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, satisfies. So satisfies, you can think of satisfies being really, really good with config. And actually in my book, I think I explain satisfies really well, if I do say so myself. I've got a free book out, folks, you know, Total TypeScript Essentials. Just Google Total TypeScript Satisfies, it'll probably come up. Streets get way better after you cross the border to Denmark. Okay. Okay. I mean, I was just in Denmark, and it was not that great. It was extremely rainy the whole time, so don't love it. Mm-hmm. 90% of software engineers in your office are bold.
Keep right.
Well, you know,
And then exit right.
you've got to let the insights in, you know? Osmosis. You've got to get as much
Right.
of an edge as possible. And so, getting rid of your hair just lets the ideas in. That's what I've found. I mean, it let this weird idea in. Total TypeScript satisfies. Yeah. Total TypeScript. I'm just going to assume there's no car coming. Woof. No, seriously, I mean, boldness is just a what do you call it? A second order. No, what am I trying to say? It's not because they're successful software engineers that they're bold. They're bold. No, I got that wrong. I was going to deliver that better, but hey, Robin. Where are we right now? Ooh! Nice views. Oh, lovely. Where are we right now? What are we crossing into? Oh, yeah. We're doing the bit that we did before, but it's sunny now. You with your afro, that's why you're getting no ideas float. Exactly. You got to cut that stuff off, you know? The ideas will come when you get rid of the hair. You always wondered how people get that clean-shaven head without the shadow. Okay, just think about the words clean-shaven. Think about them really hard. And then think about them some more. If you shave it, they will come. Exactly. Exactly. Generics or genetics. I really thought we were about to talk about TypeScript for a second there, but nope. No. You thought and now your brain hurts, yeah. Good. That's good. If your brain hurts enough, your hair falls out, and your brain is ready for more inputs. Generics with single letter. Colin, listen. I applaud a man who can monomaniacally pursue several things at once. First, you're trying to get me in a top hat and monocle. Fine, I accept this. Secondly, you're trying to pursue single-letter generics. Single-letter generics are the best type of TypeScript generics. I think you might be rightish. You're bolding, you're still stupid. Well, bolding. No, it's not about, like, it's not a gradation, you know, it's just like, it's not analog, it's digital. You get to a certain level, certain, you know, what do we call it, threshold, and then bam, you're a genius. That's how it works. That's how it works. Can this game be played like GTA? Yeah, I think so. There is like a walking mode that I've never managed to successfully activate. So I think you can wander around. Big admirer of my work. Thank you so much. That's very kind. Well, I'm here, man. Ask me some questions if you want to be like me. Doobie-doo, I want to be like you. I suggest getting a drama degree, pursuing becoming a singing teacher for 6 years, get a master's in singing teaching, randomly decide in Bangkok airport at 6 a.m. that you want to be a developer, then become a developer, I guess, and then teach other people how to do development. Your hair's not turning grey because of TypeScript. Come on. If your hair was turning blue, we could have a conversation, but turning grey because of TypeScript? No way. Train simulators? I never played one, actually. But now I'm kind of into truck simulators. Yeah, it could happen. Oh, driver Sam B made me 3 grand. Thank you, Sam B. Yeah, turning grey just from being old. Turning blue because of rust. Yeah, now I'm leaving programming. I'm becoming a variety streamer, apparently. I'm kind of happy that you guys are into this. I've got a wheel in front of me. Well, I'm going to get some petrol. Yeah, you can't quite see it, but I do have a wheel in front of me. My wife's going to be back probably... I mean, she's probably back now, to be honest. Hey, NBFC truck. You're in my way. Hey, Sylvia. I know, it is weirdly relaxing, right? This is the vibe that I kind of wanted from this stream, is like talking about code, talking about life, having fun with the steering wheel in the other side. I'm confused by what you mean. How you doing, Sylvia? How's ingest going? Stop the engine, fill the fuel tank. Tried implementing a basic FSM according to SCXML, standard entirely in TypeScript from scratch. That's why your hair is turning grey. I mean, that's what XState is. You know, XState is SCXML standard, I think. But SCXML standard, the more you look at it, the weirder you realize it is. It's basically a standard for defining state machines that hasn't been touched in a while, I don't think. And I think the problems with XState's API are because it's... God, this is so nerdy though, isn't it? Ooh, look at that wind. Wind? What? It's not a wind farm. What's an individual wind farm? Wind turbine. What am I talking about? Yeah, so... SCXML bad. That is a hot take. Hot take, right off the hob. Yeah, you do need to make it to Oxford. Oxford is where I live, folks. Hello, Wooty boy. Hello, hello, hello. Cruise control. Bam. Isn't it weirdly relaxing?
Go straight up.
Favourite side project... Oh, what a great question. Favourite side project I've ever done. The first thing I ever tried to code was super cool. When I was doing my dissertation for my masters, I wanted to try to make some applications that I could use in my lessons. And I was a voice teacher at the time. And I was reading a lot about kind of the physics of the human voice, how you can detect different resonances in the human voice, and then basically detect whether a voice is healthy just by listening to it. This stuff is quite fuzzy to me now, but the idea is that the human voice creates many different notes across a spectrum. Like when you sing ah, it's not just one note that you're hearing. It's actually that note, then a note an octave above it, so the same note higher, then a fifth above that, then a fourth above that, etc. Now, you can actually detect whether a voice is quite healthy or not by looking at the ratio in volume between the bass note, the root note, and then the one an octave above. If the one an octave above is quite quiet, then you actually know that the voice is not operating at full efficiency. It's called H1 and H2, I think. Maybe H0 and H1. Can't remember. But that was what I tried to create. So I was trying to use the web audio APIs to grab the user's microphone, then use a Fourier transform to take that audio and figure out the H1 and H0, and then just show like a little scale when the user spoke to work out how healthy their voice was. And if you're hearing all that and you're thinking that sounds quite ambitious for your first ever coding project, yes, it was. It was insane. I didn't know how insane it was, of course. I was just doing stuff. But I loved it. I loved figuring that out. And there was one single example on the MDN docs or something that was helping me out. And I loved it. I've never tried anything so ambitious since. Seriously. My second project was just as ambitious. It was a phonetic translator where you could put in any text. It would translate as many of the words as it could using this corpus of phonetic translations that I found online. And then you could go through and show... it would highlight different vowel sounds and different consonant sounds so you could practice different accents. Incredibly complicated. And I loved it. I loved it. So people say, build like a basic to-do list or something as your first project. No, stretch yourself. Go nuts. I had a lot of time at the time, which I'm super grateful for. And this was probably what meant I could transition into being a web developer, was that I would be a singing teacher. I would have 6 lessons a day on my busiest day, but they would be between like 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. So I would have a lot of gaps. And on empty days, in the summer or something, I would have maybe 5 hours in the day when I just had nothing to do, which is not great. I wasn't running the best business in the world, but it meant I could transition to a new career pretty easily. So did I just cut that dude off? I think I did, yeah. It's no good. What does health mean in a voice context? It means like how efficiently is your voice being used? Will your voice wear out quickly? Like you think of like Adele, for instance, who had to cancel tours because her voice was not healthy. People who have like speech therapy and stuff, who basically just run out of energy in their voice or can't make themselves heard. That kind of thing. Super random question. If you're forced to never touch React, including any meta framework, what would you do? I'd be fine, man. Just use Svelte or Vue. Be absolutely fine. That's the funny thing about React, actually, is that I think it's a great framework, but I would be absolutely fine switching to Solid for a job, switching to Vue, switching to Svelte for a job. I have no problems with that. Even Angular, actually, especially these days with signals. I'd be excited to work with Angular. Isn't that crazy? Obviously, my expertise is in React, but I would be absolutely fine. Type of the truck? I have no idea. It's like a Renault. I only know it's a Renault because I can see the thing on my steering wheel. Like a black truck. Yeah, Preact, Solid, Quick. Absolutely, all of those. Got any research ideas? Research ideas? I didn't do a CS degree, so no idea. You could research my web audio API thing, figure out my project for me. That would be fabulous. That would be fabulous.
Go straight up.
Consider writing a course of your own, feeling stuck on a few things. Yeah, I'm going to actually read this message, because stuck on a few things. Wonder what blockers you hit when developing. Brute force it like a mad lad. How do you mean, what, when developing Total TypeScript? Svelte seems great. All this kind of like React versus Svelte versus Solid, it's all really good stuff. Got 13 hours left on this drive, or 13 in-game hours. But we're pretty close actually now to... Yeah, pretty close to... What is this? North Denmark? Hirtshals? Frederikshavn? Yeah, Next chill stream train sim world? Could definitely happen. Could definitely happen. What writing blocks I hit? Yeah, let me think. Writer's block. I don't know whether I get writer's block. I definitely found some parts of the book harder to write than others. I have this odd process when I'm developing courses, which is I just basically think about the problems and solutions, and that's kind of all the prep that I do. There's a lot that goes into that though, like every one of my exercises on like Total TypeScript is a very, very, what do you call it? It's a practical exercise, essentially. So once you've got all the practical exercises laid out and the order of them, then you're really good to go. But that process, I mean, for Pro Essentials took me about a month, because there's 200 exercises in there, 17 sections. You've got to figure out the right order of the sections, and holy crap did that take a long time. So I built the course actually before I made the book, or wrote the book. And it wasn't just me that wrote the book, by the way. There's a guy called Taylor Bell as well, who I collaborate with in creating Total TypeScript. And so the complicated... I guess what I'm trying to say is that I did a ton of planning for the book. A ton of planning. I'm not sure I could have planned it any more before I started writing. And so when you have your plan and you're executing your plan, it's pretty hard to get blocked. Yeah, I love Copilot. Copilot's great. Interesting to make a video on how to create a plugin for TS like what Vercel did for Next. Yeah, I would be interested to know too, because actually I don't know that much about creating plugins. Plugins are cool. Ever try a live workshop similar to Total TypeScript, as in do first then talk about the theory? Yeah, I mean all of the material on Total TypeScript has been tested with live workshops, so live actual people going through it, me watching them do what they're doing, and those are paid workshops as well. So I've done a few of those now. I've been doing some for some companies as well. Oh, thank you. Favorite chocolate bar? Favorite chocolate bar? Like, all American chocolate bars are bad. Apart from Reese's peanut butter cups. But the Americans aren't awake at the moment, you know, it's just the Europeans here. And the favorite chocolate bar. I mean, it changes, you know, it changes. I'm just going to go for a really weird suggestion, which is a dairy milk Easter egg. You give me a dairy milk Easter egg, I'm going to be very, very happy. Am I deep into the Effect TS ecosystem? I have dipped my toe into it, and I found the water to be warm and interesting and slightly intimidating, and I dipped my toe in and I watched the ripples, and they rippled on and on and on and on out to eternity almost. Effect TS is massive. It is massive. I have never seen a library or like a collection of tools grouped under a single heading that was so big. I think maybe Effect is bigger than the DOM, actually, just in terms of the amount of APIs it exposes, the amount of things you can do with it. Effect is crazy. Sparkling water. Absolutely. Dairy Milk Easter egg, best egg. Absolutely. I can't eat any of the others. Never used RxJS. Never used RxJS. But again, I would be up for using it. I see Ben Lesh, who I've met in person, who is a very, very nice guy as well. Hung out with him a bit as well. Really nice dude. We went to buy some hats together in Romania. He says a lot of things that I like. He says that a lot of people misuse RxJS and try to do really complicated things with it. The primitives are powerful, and you can do complex things with it, but usually you can express them in quite a simple way. Effect kind of seems a language on top of a language. Yeah, I mean it is. It absolutely is. It's a standard lib. Home water carbonator. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, hang on. Let me check something. Alright, my wife's home. I've got to go, folks. This was really fun. This was really, really, really fun. I'm going to do this again. It was very, very weird to do this, but I really enjoyed it. I think I can end the stream on here. Yeah, cool. Peace. That was fun.